Hello everyone, welcome back to Conversational Gems. I'm your host Kritika Devi, product marketer from the Zoho Sales IQ team. Today we are joined by someone who champions customer success long after the ink has dried. I'm delighted to welcome Suganya Sundar, key account manager from Zoho MEA. Hello Suganya, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Kritika. Thank you. That was a beautiful introduction.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's start from the top. How did your journey begin?
Well, my journey began 10 years ago. I started my career in UAE in 2014. I've been working with Zoho for the last 2 years, prior to which I had worked in, I am basically a salesperson, and then from security and project handling, moved to sales. I like sales and I moved to it. So I had worked in different business verticals like industrial sales and security project designing and things like that. It's been an exciting journey. 2 years in Zoho, it's brilliant.
Okay.
Back to where I belong.
Okay, great. So your job as a key account manager mainly revolves around customer relationships, right? So what excites you in like day-to-day basis?
It's always like we're on the edge of our seat. Morning you wake up, you get a call from the customer. Sometimes it's good news with a new opportunity, or sometimes it's like the issues that is, it's a showstopper for their business. Like how we bridge the gap on a day-to-day basis. The scenario is different, that differs from customer to customer. So that keeps me exciting. That's the push, we get every day.
Okay.
Or, that's what we do as a key account manager.
Right. Okay. So that really excites you every day.
Yes.
Okay. As a key account manager, you deal with a mix of personalities. So how do you define, and if you're going for a meeting, you'll be meeting C-level people and, even technical people for that matter. How do you define how do you have to speak to, and how do you define that?
See, each meeting is different. See, we go and meet C-level people and the technical people. We talk to technical people on a day-to-day basis, or probably twice or thrice in a week we talk to them. So we know what exactly to talk to them, how to navigate the conversation with them, because we know their pulse. With the given established relationship. With C-level peoples, we tend to meet them on a special occasions. So I would like to keep the conversation very crisp with them. So it will make an impression with them that, okay, this person would be the right choice to, come and ask for any escalation with terms of Zohos or things.
Okay, right. So what's one key trait that you think that account managers, that people miss about account managers, but something that really is needed?
Well, that's a very good question. Thank you for asking that. Key account manager is not only a role that will bridge the gap between the product and the customer. It is also about how key account manager plays a key role in nurturing the account commercially, also in terms of ensuring the customer utilizes the product to the fullest. So this is something that every key account manager should learn, and they should go beyond their way to have that relationship intact, so nothing goes out of their hand.
Okay.
It also you should also build trust. That building trust is what a key account manager should do. You build trust for your product. You become the face value of the product when you go and represent your product to the customer. You become the face value. So that will exactly reflect on how the customer is going to utilize the product.
Okay, I think that was beautifully said. Thank you. Okay. So when we talk about cross-selling or upselling opportunities when it comes to your customers, how do you take on that approach?
See, we as an account manager, we have a lot of cross-selling, upselling opportunity that is always there in our in our pipelines. So when I go and meet a customer, I will not be salesy with a customer. I will try to understand, because we know the potential of the customer. We talk to them on a day-to-day basis. I'm someone who will go and ask what's new, what's coming up, and if they are going to come up with something, I'll say, okay, yeah, fine, Zoho has this product, you could use them. So it doesn't sound salesy to the customer. So tomorrow, if that is going to be a reality that's going to be implemented in real, of course, they'll approach the account manager. They'll say, okay, this is what it is we were discussing the other day. Let's come up with a plan. So that's how the cross-selling and upselling opportunities, take that's how we bring it to the table.
Okay, so you try to understand the need, if they have the need for the cross-selling or upselling, and then you
we find the potential if there isn't, if this really needs to be catered to the customer or no. Only if that is there in place, we pitch something, but it will not sound like, okay, we're trying to sell them something.
Right.
So that is very important when you go as a key account manager, when you go and talk to the customer. It shouldn't sound salesy to them.
Okay. But sometimes, no, customers or your account people, they would give you the sense, or they would tell you that they are very satisfied with the product, but sometimes you kind of pick it up from them that they are not fully activated. So at that point, how do you, reach out to them?
This satisfaction things happens with most customers. Mostly when we do a health check with the customer on a monthly basis to check if everything is fine, they will say, yeah, everything is fine. They told me, understand, okay, there's something that's missing. So we voluntarily ask them, like, tell them that we have a training coming up. Would you like to be a part of it? This is a new feature. I wanted to know if you're utilizing it. If not, yeah, we can offer you a training. We can do it in person or an online training. So, you are fully equipped with this as well. So we voluntarily offer certain things to customers. So, they're really satisfied. Account, at least I don't get convinced when customers say they're fully satisfied. Nobody's fully satisfied with anything that they have.
Okay.
Yes.
So, retention is very important for key account managers in general. If you sense that a customer is, they are unhappy and then they would like to, cancel their subscription and then move on, it becomes a very critical part for you. So, how do you, take on that? Would you be like, trying to, retain them? Of course, you would be trying to retain them as much as possible. But how do you handle retention?
Speaking about retention, it's something why account managers are for. We have to retain the customer. Apart from cross-selling and upselling, retention is a major reason why account managers are deployed. When we know a customer is going to go out of Zoho, we will be doing our homework. Since we are in touch with the customer, we'll be doing our homework. When we discuss on the key points or pain points with the customer, like why they wanted to leave, we understand, we make a plan B. We tell them how they can do this. If they opt to the plan B solution that we give them, we convince customers in a way that yes, by implementing our plan B to them, by suggesting plan B to them, if they implement that, their pain points become, their life, then that way we will turn churn to no churn.
Okay. So in the beginning of the conversation, you told me that you regularly check in and with your customer to understand their pulse. But in the operational sense, as key account manager, you would have a certain set of the calendar where you meet for monthly or quarterly basis for so and so accounts. So how do you manage the rhythm so that it works on both sides?
My job is to be in touch with the customer. So it's in a proactive way. So I voluntarily call customer, schedule for an in-person meeting. If they are not available, we do an online meeting. We discuss the pain points or how we could, take feedbacks from the customer. If they need any trainings or anything, we are more proactive. The approach is more proactive with the customers in terms of scaling up with the customer. And by doing this, it will also build trust with the customer. So we actively engage with the customer time to time. It's not like a quarterly pattern or a monthly pattern. So whenever we feel there is a need, whenever we feel, okay, we haven't heard back from the customer, or sometimes we talk to them, they are not responsive. So we volunteer and we talk to the customer. We understand what's going on. And that's how, we balance between both. So we avoid the opportunity of churn.
Okay. So what is your approach to, aligning internal teams, be it a product or support or billing for that matter? How do you align the internal teams so that the customer is having a unified single experience?
Account manager is the face value of the product to the customer. The customer if they need anything in terms of technical assistance or new requirement in the product or anything related to commercial, the first person the customer will talk to is the account manager. The account manager's responsibility to bridge all of them in terms of technical call, also in terms of support call or anything. Account manager will be the front facing person. If needed, we'll do an in-person technical meeting where account managers will also be present.
Oh.
And that's how we do. In terms of commercial, the account managers talk to the product team, get commercially sorted, and we send the commercial proposals. So the product team doesn't talk to the customer directly. So to align everything, it is account manager's responsibility to, align everything as per the customer's requirement.
Very interesting question. How do you handle high pressure moments when it comes to your account? What is your trait or something a habit that you have picked up to manage the high pressure moments?
See, it is something that's there on a day-to-day basis. Humans understand that no product is bug free. There is something that's going to come up every other day with every other updates, or the customer might not have done it rightly. In that case, we should surrender to the customer. Like, it's okay, I apologize. Being grounded to the customer will ease things up. I'm someone, when I feel the issue is speaking from the customer's side, it is better to show up in person to the customer, talk, understand things, schedule a technical meeting, sort things then and there. It will ease the situation. So that is a way how I feel I could handle the situations better.
So basically facing it head on.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. With so many accounts that you have to keep track and then proactively engage with them, how do you keep track of all these things?
So we have, each account is assigned to us. So let's say I talk to a customer, I'll know how many times I've spoken to them and what I've spoken to them. In CRM, we go add notes, we create meetings, we create tasks. So we have this interaction with our own CRM, just like the customers use it their way. We also try to update notes, input issues, the tickets they raise, everything is there. We input in the CRM, everything is there in the CRM. So that's how we keep a track. Tomorrow, let's say I go off and somebody's going to take care of my account. They should know what has been there. So it is every account manager's responsibility to enter that, and it has become a muscle memory for us. By default, after talking any important thing, we input in the CRM.
Okay, that's as you said, that becomes easier if someone is taking up that account.
Yes.
Okay, right. So the MEA market is fast evolving, both demographically as well as digitally. So how do you keep up with that change, especially when it is catered to the MEA market?
MEA market has evolved drastically in the last decade. I have seen it in terms of technology, in terms of the construction, in terms of everything. The market has drastically grown. And also the approach towards people have also grown. I would like to categorize it to pre-COVID, post-COVID. This is a market that prefers human touch over any meetings. So pre-COVID, it was like you have to do in-person meetings, and it is always the face value that adds more value in terms of converting it and bringing it to the table. Post-COVID, MEA market has evolved. People have adapted to online meetings and things like that. However, still, human meetings plays a major role in building the relationship stronger with the customer.
What's one local insight that outsiders miss about the MEA market that you think it's like very crucial for the success here?
Middle East region by itself is a land of endless opportunity. We never know until we meet someone. We learn what kind of business they do. For example, with my previous experience, there are people who lay solar panels on the roof without any cement work. So right from one small single nut and bolt to tapes, it's a land of it's a business that is catered to 3 people. So we never know what kind of business opportunity will come. We should be ready to explore anything that comes our way. Okay. This is something Middle East people from outside Middle East thinks that the Middle East is all about petrols, petroleum and gasoline, but this is a land
Real estate.
option. Yeah.
Now real estate.
Now real
But like you mentioned, everything is an opportunity here. So that was a wonderful conversation. Now it is game time. So I'll be, we'll be playing 2 sets of games, and depending on the question, you will give us the answer. Okay. So the game is called Client Curveball. What would Suganya do at this point? So the first scenario is a client in Saudi Arabia delays a renewal decision, citing more local options. So how do you bring them back to the table?
Saudi Arabia is a market where people prefers local language to be their preferred choice of language. I would first understand if that is a lag. So I will ensure they get a person of support who speaks their language. Number 2, I'll understand if there is any issue in pricing. We will know why they are moving to a competitive product. So I'll understand the root cause, and I'll come up with a plan B to tell them that I have this, do not go. So I will convince them to stay back with Zoho rather than choosing a product outside of Zoho.
Super. Okay. So the second scenario, a new stakeholder joins and isn't aware of the account history. Maybe they're not checking the CRM.
No,
okay.
no.
How do you reset the relationship quickly?
Again, we built the relationship from scratch. I'll consider it as a new account. I will do all the exercises I have done previously, like meeting them in person, giving them a training, telling them what has happened. I'll take my own time to explain them what has happened. I'll convince them, I'll build trust, and that's how the journey will re-begin with the customer.
Okay, super. The last scenario, the client wants to downgrade due to budget cuts, but the current setup is mission critical. At that point, what will be your next move?
When commercial comes into picture, there's always a room for negotiation. We will ensure we give them something that is convinced for them, and we'll ensure our discussion fits into their budget, and that's how we ensure the customer stays back.
Okay, super. So that is the game for the client curveball. And next we have something called the rapid fire, this or that. I will be giving you 2 options and you tell me which option you will be choosing. So the first is QBRs, that is the quarterly business reviews, or renewal pitches.
Renewal pitches.
Okay. And the second, expansion planning or firefighting mode.
Expansion planning.
Okay. Click update or face-to-face call. Face-to-face
conversation.
Okay. 1 large strategy client or 5 active mid-sized ones.
5 active mid-sized ones.
Okay. Negotiation, finesse or product knowledge depth.
Product knowledge depth.
Super. Okay, so that's it with the rapid fire round. So it was a rich and exciting conversation with you, Suganya. So any parting words that you would like to mention here for the audience?
Firstly, I would like to thank you for having me today, and it was wonderful doing this session with you. To the audience, I would just say, I hope you enjoyed this session as much as I did, and I hope I had done some justification for the conversation that I had today in terms of how an account manager relationship plays a major role in terms of retaining the customer or building the relationship with the customer.
I think it is a very insightful conversation and they will be taking a lot of insights from this.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kritika. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.